By the 60s, British society was changing rapidly. Most young people had good jobs and money to spend, and for the first time, music and clothing were being made just for them. They felt like connect felt a little connection with the older generation who had lived through the war, and they rebelled against their elders' way of life, which they saw as old-fashioned. Many were critical at the government, especially after several politicians were involved in scandals over their private lives. But it wasn't just teenagers who were changing. The 60s heralded a new dawn of tolerance and open-mindedness. The magazine Private Eye and the British television show That Was the Week that was openly made fun of politicians. In turn, the government introduced new laws to keep up the changing times. In 1965, the death penalty was abolished. In 1967, a law was passed to allow women to have abortions, and in 1969, the Divorce Reform Act made it easier for people to end their marriages. Some people worried that the reforms were going too far, turning Britain into a pessimist society in which moral standards were declining. For most, though, it was the swinging 60s, and British culture was number one. In 1963, the Beatles, a pop group from Liverpool, released their first hit single. It was the start of Beatlemania, a craze which swept the world, making four boys from Liverpool into the most successful group in history. At the same time, London became the capital of fashion, and British designers opened up busy shops on Carberry Street and on the King's Road. Older people were shocked to see girls wearing miniskirts and boys letting their hair grow long. In the late 1960s, many young people thought that life would keep getting better, and some believed that a new age of peace and harmony was dawning. Little did they know that difficult times lay ahead. The word teenager began to be used to describe 13 to 19-year-olds. Some teenagers form groups or gangs with their own style of clothing and music. In the mid 1950s, the Teddy Boys appeared. They were clothes, wore expensive clothes, influenced by Edwardian dress, greased their hair into quiffs, and listened to rock and roll. In the 1960s, two new teenage gangs appeared, the Mods and the Rockers. They fought each other. Mods wore smart clothes, rode scooters, and listened to modern pop music. Rockers wore black leather jackets, rode motorcycle bikes, and liked rock and roll music. Lots of young people wanted to look like the Beatles. In the early 60s, the band sparked up a trend for the mop top hairstyle.